Welcome back to Bearcat Gymnasium, where we wrap things up with the Aldersons Awards West postgame show. For trophies, awards, t-shirts, and so much more, go to aldersons.net and check out their full catalog. Once again, I am Matthew King. For those watching live or on demand, or if you're checking out the recap section on Eli Sports Network, it was an absolute thriller once again. It upped the one from last night, which was a phenomenal game. Tonight, even better in league play, and it has the WF West Bearcats coming out on top, knocking off first place Tumwater by a final of 54-51. It was a back-and-forth game, really, all game long. Both teams, incredible performance. And again, just that third quarter where Andrew Collins had to check out and Ryan Otten couldn't really get things going. The Bearcats just continued to roll. Got 6 points from Dirk Plackinger in the third, 4 from Soren Dalen. Gage Brumfield knocked down a big three. Seth Hoff, he played a phenomenal game. Great defense. Came up with the big shots when they needed it. Just a really impressive performance from the Bearcats. They seem to be hitting their stride at the right time. A couple of big wins over North Thurston. That was a complete team win last night. And then they needed everyone, all hands on deck, to knock off Tumwater tonight, because Tumwater is going to be around when it comes to the state tournament in Yakima. They are going to be there. They're going to be a legit threat. There are some good teams, Linden, North Kitsap. Tumwater is going to be right there with them, so no need to hang your head if you're a T-Bird or a T-Bird faithful. It's so hard to go undefeated in league play in any league, especially in the FCO 2A with so many good teams, and they just slipped up a little bit here tonight and faced a red-hot Bearcat basketball squad. So big win for the Bearcats here tonight, 54-51. Going to go ahead and get you scoring totals for both sides. First for Tumwater, they were led with 15 from Luke Brewer, had 12 from Adam Overbay, 8 from Ryan Otten, 4 from Tanner Brewer, 3 from Luke Reed and Andrew Collins, and then 2 from Seth Weller. For the WF West Bearcats, they were led with 18 from Soren Dalen, had 16 from Dirk Plackinger, 10 from Seth Hoff, 4 from Evan Torno, 3 from Gage Brumfield, 2 from Gideon Priest, and 1 from Cameron Amoroso. With that being said, we got to get you our MVPs of this one. First, we're going to start with our visiting team MVP, brought to you by Pacific Sports Spa in Chehalis. Pacific Sports Spa, getting you back in the game in a hurry, is the leader in rapid recovery. Go get yourself game ready at Pacific Sports Spa. For Tumwater, got to give it to Luke Brewer. Again, another big second half. He only had 2 at halftime. He finishes with 15, got red hot, a couple of big threes in that third quarter. He finished with 13 points in the second half, really brought this team back, but then was just locked down. The Bearcats started focusing on him, focusing on shutting him down. He got all the attention, still got 5 more points in the fourth quarter. Really nice job from him to fight back, fight for his team, leave it all on the court. Luke Brewer is our Pacific Sports Spa MVP for the T-Birds. Now it's time for our home team MVP, brought to you by Thorbeck's Wellness Center in Chehalis, Centralia, and South Bend. Strong today, stronger tomorrow, strongest together at Thorbeck's. Again, you've got the usual guys, Dirk Plackinger, Soren Dalen. They both always put up big numbers. Dirk finishing with 16, Soren Dalen with 18. He was consistent. Soren Dalen, a little bit of an edge here, but I'm going to go ahead and go off script and give it to Seth Hoff. Seth Hoff stepped up in the biggest way. Great defense from him all game long and came up with some massive shots right when it looked like Tumwater was going to storm back, take the lead, get back into it. All of a sudden, Seth Hoff, that big three is the play I'm thinking of in the third quarter, answered everything for the Bearcats, got them that lead back, got them back a little bit of breathing room, and then, again, the defense was just phenomenal. Evan Torno, great defense from him as well. He played a really, really solid game. If he can keep things going for the Bearcats, all of a sudden they have so many different guys they can beat you with. Just all-around impressive performance from the Bearcats tonight, but got to go with Seth Hoff as our MVP. Not the most points, but he came with the biggest shots in the biggest moments, played the best defense. Really nice job once again from him. That is going to do it for this edition of high school basketball on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Coming up for both these squads, they'll keep league play rolling. Tumwater, they will be back in action on Thursday as they host the Centralia Tigers. Meanwhile, for the WF West Bearcats, they get a nice day off before having back-to-back games, starting with a Thursday home matchup with Black Hills before hosting Aberdeen on Friday night. Big games coming up for the Bearcats. Couple big games coming up on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Tomorrow, Paul Beatty will be On the road for boys basketball, Gig Harbor taking on Capital. That one up north, going to be a good one. And I will head up north as these two schools do battle again. The Tumwater Thunderbird girls, #1 ranked team in the 2A classification. They host the #3 ranked team in the 2A classification, the WF West Bearcats. The Bearcat girls trying to bounce back from a loss to Tumwater earlier this season. The Tumwater Thunderbird defense, they're going to have to figure that one out because the Bearcats so far, they have had no answers going back to the district title game last year. It's going to be interesting to see how that game evolves, a big-time rivalry game. That one very likely to decide the league championship in the FCO 2A for the girls. With that being said, make sure to follow us on Twitter at YourESN. That's where you can see our live scoring updates, plus a look ahead at our upcoming broadcast schedule. Again, that is at YourESN. Hit that follow button. Stay up to date with all things high school sports in Washington State. Once again, a final score of this one, the WF West Bearcats knock off the Tumwater Thunderbirds by a final of 54-51. I am Matthew King, and we are all out of time here tonight. We hope to see you down the road for more high school sports on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Have a good rest of your night.